Welcome, sports fans. Thank you for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Brian Anderson here with you, alongside Grant Hill and Coach Dan Van Gundy, and the fourth member of our crew, Allie LaForce, reporting from the sidelines. It's February. Let's see how things are shaping up in the East. Taking a look at the visitors here. They are holding down the #1 spot in the conference. Not a bad position to be in. And, of course, Atlanta. Currently, they're 5 spots behind them. Now the starting group for the visitors. Alex Caruso is out there with Fred VanVleet. Then there's Jalen Duren. Then there's Alperen Sengun. And it's Bird in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Hawks, Johnson at the 4 with Capella at the 5. Trae Young out there with Dyson Daniels. And it's Risache in at the small forward position. If you like slow-paced basketball, you've come to the wrong place. These teams love to run.
Oh, they love to run. I mean, these teams score a great deal of transition baskets. They want to use their speed, their quickness, and attack the defense before it gets set.
Here's Risache. Here's Johnson. Offensive board. And Capella gets it to go.
Yeah, he's an incredible offensive rebounder. Capella just works so hard to get ideal positioning when the shot goes up.
Sengun, a screen on Young. Pass to Duren. And here's Sengun. Young with the double team. And here's VanVleet from the arc. Yes, and it's Sengun picking up the assist.
And the luxury of having VanVleet. He doesn't need the ball to score. Fred can work off the rock and be a spot-up shooter.
Now here's Young. Last game with 30. Capella screen on Sengun. To the middle. Capella can't get it to go. VanVleet scanning the floor. First quarter, just over a minute played. Pass to Bird. Now here's Sengun. Shot clock at 6. Here's Duren. Shoots over Capella. Duren, no good.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
Count it, good.
Well, he is such a confident shooter. Young just taking what the defense gives him there.
Caruso outside. Pass to Bird. Inside. VanVleet, the pass to Duren. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Yeah, almost impossible to stop Duren inside. Wow, just wow.
The Hawks have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Now Capella. Here's Daniels. Outside Johnson. Pass to Capella. Blocked.
Yeah, anytime you put the ball up near Duren, there's a chance it ends up back in your face.
And that shot was going nowhere thanks to that aggressive swat.
I mean, letting them know up front that he's on the hunt tonight and eager to knock away shots. I love it.
Atlanta with the ball. They trail by 1. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. VanVleet with it, and it's Young picking him up. VanVleet against Young. To the paint. Here's Duren. Rebounded by Daniels. And Atlanta with possession here. And one thing we know we'll see, Jalen Duren giving his all on the glass, Dan.
Yeah, Brian, look, he's one of the best per-minute rebounders in this league, and it's what the team needs for him. But he's also become a very good finisher around the basket.
Here's Bird. 6 to shoot. Duren uses the glass to finish the layup. Duren's got his second bucket.
They're going to work inside. I like how confident Jalen is from this area.
And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
Here we go, fans. Coming to the room right now are your
Here's the 2K leaderboard showing us the teams with the best free throw percentage.
This squad will punish you every time you let them get to the line. It's something they've worked on as a team, and now they're reaping the rewards.
Young against VanVleet. Pass to Risache. Duran with a steal. Van Vliet finds Şengün. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist.
You gotta love how Şengün attacks on the interior.
Hawks trail by 5. Young looking for an opening. Capella screen on Van Vliet. There's Young with the 3. Sinks it from distance. Young's got 5 now.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from him.
3-pointer. Bird, that's good.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet
Hello,
from outside.
Talking about Atlanta.
And there's Young. That's good. On the assist by Johnson.
Talking about Atlanta or Team
He's got
Bird?
7.
Well, he's
Keep
been
getting this
very
win.
efficient in this quarter. Keep getting him the ball.
Caruso, the pass to Bird. Back to Caruso. Van Vliet outside. Pass to Bird. Shot clock at 5. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
Well, the defense can't lose track.
Yeah,
of
you got to
him.
get physical
He's
with him.
just too
The only way to stop him.
talented
Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
Good to see Risa Shea.
You got Patrick
attacking
Beverly,
like
can bring him off the
When
bench.
he sees the lane open up.
Yeah.
It's real
Larry
aggressive.
Bird's package is amazing. Looks like Luka.
Van Vliet with it. His last outing
But
was
Bird,
scored
exactly.
13
I was getting ready to say the same thing.
from about 19.
It looked like Bird,
and it's
not
Bird missing.
Luka. Bird
Those are
made it.
precisely the looks
Bird
this
came
team
first.
is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well.
Glad
in
you're
the
enjoying
long
the
run.
video, though, bro.
You can't settle for bad
You got a good one
shots.
going here.
Now here's Young. 7 points in the game. Oh, deflected. Duran with a steal. In transition, here they come. Here's Caruso. The rebound by Atlanta.
Today's game is about effort and energy. They got crushed on the glass the last time these teams played.
Yeah, it wasn't their finest hour or finest 2 hours. It has to be a matter of pride for them this time.
Here's Duran, providing this team some offensive stability. A little over 10 points a game. Here's Bird. No good from outside.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
13 feet out. Daniels, that one's true.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. Pass to Bird. Six on the shot clock. Got it. Good job in the low post. Bird's got 7 points.
When you use it right, the pump fake's as effective a move as there is.
And Quinn Snyder decides to call timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over.
You say I was ahead of the game with building this team. It's basically the Rockets with. And I disagree. I think this team really. If you look at the tape, let's go over the roster real quick, Finesse. If you look at this roster, it really looks like the '80s Celtics. I mean, It kind of because remember we had Brandon Miller, and he got traded for Şengün. It was offered, and I took the trade. So now what we have is we have Bird up front at small forward at 6'9". We have Şengün at 6'11", and then you have Duran. It looks an awful lot like Bird, McHale, Parrish, and then the backcourt you got Van Vliet, 6 foot 197, very all around guard. Dennis Johnson. Then you have Caruso now, Danny Ainge. It looks a lot like the '80s Celtics now, just with modern day players. You know what I mean? Then you got Bull coming off the bench. I think the Rockets are going to be like that too. Remember they ran Şengün and Adams double big. Oh, you're talking about what they're doing now with Şengün and Adams, the double? Right. Okay, you're talking about what Rockets are doing right now. Okay, cool. Yeah, they're running a Twin Towers thing going on. Yeah. I thought you were talking about Team Bird and what they're built. I get what you're saying now. Well, yeah, that's the way you would use these guys. I mean, if you had Larry Bird works best when you have bigs behind him to support him on the boards and give him backside support defensively. Is also be able to set screens. But also you got gritty guards on the outside who can defend and get their own shot and run pick and roll and all that stuff and make good passes. Just be scrappy. Then you have a bunch of filler players who we picked up. Yeah, we picked. I don't know. I see. It's going to be interesting. Finesse is going to be interesting. I think Magic's team is better individual. Like they have Magic is all right. Right. Magic's team, in my opinion, with Showtime, they have more spectacular players. They can get out and score and run, whereas this team is it's just more grounded. You know what I mean? Like, we don't really have anyone. The only person on this team that you can say I can really take the game over is Bird. But with Showtime, you've seen games with Showtime where Amin Thompson, he can get out there and score. He can get out there and score 30 points, and most of it being fast break. Then you see Harrison Barnes feasting off leftover 3-pointers. And then you have with Barrett doing his thing. But I don't want to take up too much. Let me get back to the gameplay here. I don't want to take up too much time. It's going to be interesting when those two teams play.
And here we can check out the story for him.
And he's had a rough past 5 games. He's had trouble finding his offensive rhythm and just hasn't been as effective as he'd like to be on that end. But this is something all players go through, and I'm sure he'll fight his way back.
Hawks trail by 3. Here's Daniels. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Pass to Capella. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Hawks need to get one up here. And the slam dunk by Capella.
Yeah, good footwork by Capella. Setting the pick and finding his spot.
And over the last 4 seasons, Stan, the Hawks have hovered around 500.
Yeah, but trending downward year over year. Without control of their first-round picks for the next 3 seasons from the DeJounte Murray trade, Brian, they've got no choice but to make it work. Well, that's why he's out there using his size in the paint.
Pass to Rizachet. Back to Young. Here's Rizachet. Capella, the pass to Johnson. The 3 from Rizachet. No good on the shot. Gotten 7 of 13 shots to drop. Now Beverly. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Out to the wing. Here's Bird. Off target from outside.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Here's Daniels. And he misses the go-ahead basket. Gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. Nice shot by Christie.
Well, you're just making it easy for your opponent when you don't prevent him from getting to the rim.
Outside Johnson. Back to Young. Lets it go from 11. On the wing, Daniels. And Atlanta misses again.
He's looking pretty unsettled at the moment. Doesn't seem like he has a great feel for his shot.
Pass to Bird. And here is Şengün, covered by Johnson. Şengün, no good. Hawks trail by 3. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Here's Rizachet. Beverly defending. Rizachet, no good.
Yeah, loose coverage by the defense, but he just couldn't make them pay.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Johnson.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
And the shot's good. Bird's got 9 points.
Yeah, usually Dern is more of a finisher, but being selfless with the ball is a good thing for him in the long run.
Niang a screen. Here's LeVert. Christie with a rebound. Beverly against Johnson. To the inside. The jump hook. And out of bounds. Atlanta will have it. Hawks trail by 5. Pass to Okongwu. And here's LeVert. Back to Okongwu. And the layup is good off the glass.
A Swiss Army knife talent, LeVert is very skilled at setting the table for his teammates.
Here's Bird. Now Şengün, defended by Nie. Over to the wing. Here's Christie. Good, and the assist goes to Şengün. He's got 5.
And excellent perimeter offense so far. Their shooters are clearly in a great rhythm.
Picked up by Okongwu. Here's Mann. Chalk up 2 there.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
1:16 left in the first quarter here. Christie passes to Şengün. Fires for 3. Bird, that's good.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving
The
them so
double
many
team that
looks.
Şengün is drawing is freeing up Bird now. We weren't getting Bird looks like that early in the season.
He's averaging almost 5 points a game. Down low, LeVert. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
And here's Beverly. Still no points. Pass to Şengün. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
And I love when Şengün is aggressive inside, making the D foul him right there.
It's his first trip to the line. And he makes a first.
Yeah, Şengün's aggressive style is what gets him here.
Young, he's checked in for Atlanta. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. Pass to Christie. Here's Bird. He's got 12. To the middle. Here's Şengün. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Şengün's got 5 now.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Beverly against Young. They set the pick. Here's the 3. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Bird. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Up by 8. And back to the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, they've really been racking up three-pointers in bunches. They've been so impressive to watch.
And with each made 3, their confidence continues to build. Their opposition might want to change their approach to try to slow them down.
We've got Fred VanVleet. Okoro is out there with Ben Simmons. Then it's Bol Bol, and it's Christie in at the 2. Bol down low, guarded by Okongwu. The jump hook, and a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. It's a 10-point game.
Honestly, they were just outclassed in that one. We thought it would be a tough night for them, and it was.
Well, it's never fun when you're expected to lose a game. You just got to put it behind you, not carry it into the next one.
Yeah, defensively, if you come off someone, Young will find them.
And we're now about a minute into this second quarter of play. Here's Christie. Clock at 6. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
All right, Stan, if you had it your way, who would you want to see in the dunk contest?
Well, Brian, look, I want to go back to the glory days when the most recognizable guys in the game were the ones that participated. Michael Jordan, Dominique Wilkins.
Got to get physical with Trae Young.
Like
the only way to play him.
Williamson,
you got to get physical
John
with
Morant,
him.
that would be fantastic.
You're never going to stop him, but
if
if you let him float outside like that,
no.
he's just going to eat you alive.
Take a break. 2 shots.
We had troubles playing them the other night. Yeah, you got to get physical with them. You need
free throws good. Young. Well, Coach, we know how good Young is offensively. But
he's on the bench right now. I have Caruso guarding him.
Yeah,
Caruso on the bench right now.
6'1", 164 pounds. He has some obvious limitations, Brian.
I tried putting Ben Simmons on him.
Improved effort as a defender.
Trying to put size, but
shows in his defense.
Ben doesn't have the lateral mobility to stay with him.
Scoring ability on the floor.
Well, he's been very
the
good
best
at the line,
Caruso and Beverly. That's all we've got.
Free throws can make or break you in the end.
However, we can post him up.
Young against Van Vliet.
We go to Simmons at point guard. We'll say after the fourth quarter if we need it.
Christie. In his last outing, 8 points.
I don't want to bring it out too early.
Here's Bowl. The rebound by Atlanta. It's LeVert on the wing. Misses from close range.
Well, I know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
And that one's good.
Right. See it right there. Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons can score on Trae Young in the post. We know that's always going to be there for us.
9 points in the game.
I got Ben playing point guard right now. I mean, power forward right now.
Young goes in. Good D by
Weak side help. Exactly.
3 of 4 field goals.
I got Ben there at the power forward to push the pace, to give it a different look when Bird goes out.
Just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Okoro outside.
There it is.
To Simmons.
Double team comes.
Here's Christie. And it's neat.
Then it's there.
Well, you couldn't ask.
They're going to double team every time.
That's one he's got to knock down.
You get that matchup we're going to go to.
Outside man. And it's going to be a 3-second call. Over the last month, these are the highest scoring teams in the NBA. 5th on the list, the Hawks.
Yeah,
this team has really found a great offensive rhythm.
Look at
lately.
Showtime, man.
Running
My
smart
goodness.
Plays, sharing the ball, and racking up points.
Blistering offense, man.
He's got 4 of 7 threes to go so far.
I cannot wait till these two teams meet, man. It's going to be something.
There's a screen by Bowl. Inside. Parked it down low that time.
Man.
A 3-second call.
I had it. I had Simmons on the cut.
Go up against C.J. McCollum and the New
do a high-low
Pelicans.
pass to Simmons on the back
and
cut.
then on Wednesday, they kick off a road trip in Toronto where they'll take on the Raptors.
It's no secret.
Bring Bird back in maybe another minute. Don't bring Bird back in.
Their own building. They're loaded with home games over the next stretch, so this is a chance to win some ball games.
Now here's LeVert. A steady force on their offense, recording around 14.5 a game. Pass to Young. Lets the 3 fly. Christie with a rebound.
Well, his shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Basket counts. Simmons has got his second basket.
Ain't gonna be an off night. It's not gonna be an off night. Every time we see that Ben Simmons Trae Young matchup, we're going to exploit it. As soon as I saw it, I attacked it like I was a hungry animal. Went right at him. If there's one guy he can score on, it's this guy in the post every single time. That's barbecue chicken every time.
The paint is where Simmons excels at finding points. He knows how to own the inside.
Young against Van Vliet. Rejected by Bowl.
And they need his offense right now, but his shot is just not falling.
And that one's good. Simmons.
Weak side help from
They've now
Bowl.
had assists on each of their
Remember
last
Bill
3
Walton?
buckets.
Back in the day,
14.
from the Celtics.
They need something good to happen here.
He said, "No, there'll be a difference between Team Bird. They have a lesser version, but Team Magic doesn't have." I disagree with that. They have a lesser version of Magic. I disagree. That version of Magic, to me, that's the best he ever was in '87.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by LeVert.
I think the difference going to be is that I think Team Bird has more size
making some changes here.
and
Frank
rebounding,
Capella comes in
but I
for
think
Conley.
Team Magic has
And
more speed.
Daniels is subbed in for Mann.
So it's kind of like how it was in the '80s.
Van
Said
Vliet
Team
outside.
Bird has Simmons. Oh, I see what you're saying. Right.
With a screen on Young.
I get you now, buddy.
Van
Right.
Vliet outside. Okoro outside.
Pick and roll, let's go.
There's a screen by Bolt.
All the way.
And Okoro gets it to go.
And they're really working
They got
the
no.
paint now.
And Quinn Snyder decides to call.
Let me show you why that pick and roll was so clean. First off, Bowl sets a nasty screen, but the same token, he has to stay and honor Bowl because Bowl's a threat. He can't commit. And Oroko just comes in. He's one of the few guys on the team that we do have that has good speed. But again, this is what you need for Bird's team. These guys set monster screens. All of our big men set monster screens. That's the thing you like about Team Bird. All of the big men set monster screens. And you know what that's going to do? It's going to free up Larry Bird for easy shots, Van Vliet, pick and roll action, and those type of things. We're going to bring Bird back in now. He's rested. And we'll bring back in Duran, take Simmons out. We'll slide Bolt to the power forward. He's a better shooter from the outside. And I'm going to bring back in Caruso. No, we're not going to cancel that. We're also going to make the defensive settings on, no, he's not guarding him outright. I had him on him earlier. Get Caruso on him. I'm going to force him to the baseline because I don't want him to be able to pull guys. That way I can build a wall on him to force to the baseline. He's a shorter guy. It'd be hard to pass that way. Off of those kickouts. We're not going to hedge him. Always stay attached. Go over all screens. He's not going to post up. Ain't got to worry about that. No help. No pre-rotation. I don't want to give him anything. Go over all the screens. Caruso's got him. Rest of the game.
Ball timeout. He wants to review the game plan.
Well, yeah, you gotta stay. You gotta. Yeah, finesse. Yeah, finesse. Like, yeah, if you don't stay attached to them, like, they'll just go through the screen so easily, and they'll, like, if you get a good screen, you're not attached to the guy. It makes it doubly hard to stay with them. At least if you stay with them, if you get a good screen, you got a chance to at least impede the progress. That's what it's all about. You have to impede the progress of the prospective shooter. That's what off-ball defense is all about. Deny, deny, deny. And if you can't deny the ball, at least impede the progress so they don't get the ball in their scoring zone the way they want it. That's what it's all about with off-ball defense. I learned all that from watching Scottie Pippen for years. I grew up watching Scottie Pippen, so I know everything there is to know about off-ball defense. I watched Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen in the 90s all of my young life, so I just watched those guys win 6 championships just doing that. Yeah, finesse. Yeah. Got a big lead right now, though.
Here's
killing
Young.
them on the glass in the
9
defense.
points in the game. To the wing, right side. Niang, right side. Pass to Capella. Shot clock at 6. Screen by Capella. Here's Daniels. And Atlanta misses again.
And it's amazing. Their slim advantage on the board seems a lot larger than it is.
Offensive rebound. Bold. The pass to Bird. The kick out to Van Vliet. Pass to Bird. Another shot. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Johnson, he's checked in for the Hawks. Ricochet comes in for LeVert. Hawks trail by 16. Here's Daniels. Over to the left wing. To the inside. And it's Capella with the jam.
Yeah, good old-fashioned slam from Capella.
Gotten 6 of 9 attempts to go in the second. Looking good. Pass to Bird. To the paint. And here's the fast break. And Ricochet gets it to go.
And there's the ability to finish for Ricochet. Nobody scares him at the rim.
Got 4 of 7 threes to go so far in this game. Van Vliet with it. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Bird passes to Bowl. Caruso outside. Off target from 3-point range. Hawks trail by 12. Here's Ricochet, a go-to option for this team. He puts up nearly 17 a game. Pass to Johnson. Over Duran. The shot by Johnson, no good.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Here's Bird. He's got 12. Caruso, the open look. Cans it from the wing.
And Caruso knows how to catch defenses off guard. Great work off that catch.
Caruso against Young. Johnson a screen on Caruso. Knocked away. Young against Caruso. Johnson a screen on Caruso. There's Young with the 3. Knocks it down from distance. Young's got 5 points now in the quarter.
They've got some ground to make up, and shooting the 3-ball more consistently like they are now should help them do it.
Van Vliet, the pass to Bird. Now Van Vliet. Here's Bird. Here's Duran. Goes up on the baseline. Rebounded by the Hawks. Johnson's got 4 rebounds in the game. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Yeah, Caruso's defense. He just saw Bird's defense right there. There's a steal by Bird.
That's what I do. I work too hard.
There's a steal by Bird.
The moment, Brian.
Well, Allie, it definitely shows in his play. It's great stuff there. Thank you. LeVert's checked in for Young. Pass to Caruso. Inside. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. And
We're still trying to get the chemistry down with our bigs. That's like the third
several seasons.
3-second violation we've got from our bigs.
Fortunately, we've seen
They're
his
just not
ability
used
as
to
a
that low
rebounder
post
take a back
scoring
seat these
yet.
past few seasons. And I'd like to see him refocus
We're running
on
an
that
old
element of his
school style
game.
offense right now.
You can never
with
have
new
enough
school
rebounds,
cuts.
in my opinion.
We're running a spread offense supported by
trail by 11
spacing. So it's taking some time for these guys to get
Here's
used
Daniels.
to it. It's gonna work. It'll smooth
Down
out.
low. And a slam dunk by Capella.
Yeah, at the offensive end, more often than not, you'll find Capella at the rim.
For close to a decade now, Stan, Clint Capella has been a double-double machine.
Well, Brian, I think the key to Capella is he knows who he is. He's a great rebounder, rim runner, and shot blocker, and then he doesn't force things offensively, and that's why he's had one of the highest shooting percentages in NBA history.
JYG, know your game. Pass to Şengün. Here's Bird. Back to Şengün. Capella with a block.
An emphatic block by Capella, using his size and strength to shut the offense down.
Away team ball.
The visitors with the ball. They'll be playing host to New Orleans for their next one. It'll be a quick stopover at home before they have to get back out on the road. Tipped. And that goes out of bounds. And they retain possession. Gotten 7 of 13 attempts to go here in the second. 4 on the clock. Pass to Bird to end the drought. He's got it. 6 of 10 now.
Yeah, those passing skills are just part of what makes Caruso a valuable piece.
Daniels passes to Capella. Now here's LeVert. Johnson a screen on Caruso. And here's LeVert for 3. Duren with a rebound. Duren's got his 6th rebound on the night. Şengün with it. Now LeVert defending. And he hits it and gets hacked. A 3-point chance here if he can convert.
Yeah, good physical play from the big man. Şengün refused to be stopped.
And this will be a second trip to the free throw line.
Şengün. One's out.
Coach, when you look at the best defensive teams, what's the balance between IQ, the smarts for the game, versus effort?
Well, Brian, it's both. You know, I mean, the effort is a given. You're not going to get anything done in the game without effort. But to be a good defensive team, you have to be smart. You have to understand your opponents, their tendencies, both as a team and as individuals. And if you do that, you can cover up for a lot in terms of just raw athleticism.
Now here's LeVert. Coming off a 12-point game. That shot wide open. Risaché's got 6 points.
Yeah, he's picking it up here in the second quarter after a slow start.
Van Vliet outside. Back to Caruso. Pass to Bird. All alone. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Daniels. That 3's off the mark.
Well, it's been a frustrating night for him at the offensive end. Just not able to give them any kind of a lift.
Şengün, a screen on LeVert. Caruso, the pass to Şengün. Capella with a block.
Yeah, great timing on the denial by Capella.
Oh, man,
Able to get a
Capella.
piece of the ball on that one.
We've got 33 seconds left to play in the second quarter.
They fell asleep. I told you the one thing Team Bird does very well is set screens. This team sets screens. Everybody does. All the big men set good screens,
Hawks trail by 13.
including Bird.
Outside Johnson. To the inside. LeVert. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Yeah, that's inexcusable. I mean, the defense
Yeah,
must
a lot of
rush
pin downs.
farther away from
Hey,
the
Pizza
basket
Boy,
for that.
how you doing? Hope you're enjoying the game.
Now here's Van Vliet.
Hey, Pizza Boy, it's not me. It's Team Bird.
Bird.
I'm just letting it play out organically. Bird
Risachet. Bird.
off the
That's good.
glass.
17 points in the game.
Wow.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting
Wow.
Yeah, come on. They're just having
Larry
their way
Bird,
out there
man.
and continuing to press the advantage.
And so we've reached
Wow.
the end of the
That's
first
all I
half of
can
play.
say.
They lead by 13.
Larry
All right,
Bird
now
is
let's check in
something
with
else,
Allie
man.
LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Off
Coach
the
Quinn
glass,
Snyder with us
nothing
now.
but
Coach,
net.
a bit of a role for this team scoring.
Fading
the ball
away.
wide.
It had nothing to do with anything other than us being aggressive.
Pizza Boy,
Like
thanks,
walking
man.
them off the court. Whoever's
I'm
got
glad
it,
you're
we got
enjoying the
attack.
games. We got a
At
long
least
way to go
effort is
here.
something you can control. Thank you, Coach.
Team Showtime and Team Larry
Thanks very
Bird
much,
are on a
Allie. We'll
collision
be back
course.
soon to start the second half of basketball.
It's going to be – I cannot wait till these two teams meet. They're battling right now for the first #1 record in the NBA. It's like it's not even about anybody else anymore.
Greetings, Shaq, Kenny,
It's
and EJ
really
here
about
as
Bird
we
and
tip off
Magic
the
now.
show with a look at our mid-season Eastern Conference
Look
standings.
at the records right there.
You take a look at the visitors. I have them as a top team.
The Knicks are right there.
Them to make the finals.
Outside
Tell me
chance
I'm
of
wrong,
catching
Kenny,
them.
you can,
That's
because
it.
I'm right. 2 plus 2
It's the
is
Knicks and
5.
nobody else
And as much as it pains me, I have to.
in the Eastern Conference.
And let's talk now about that first half.
Knicks have
What
an
a
outside
commanding
chance.
start for the visiting team.
Bench Bob. They've been on one.
But
Giving
Finesse
those starters
Analyzer's
a
right.
breather.
This team has got it's a bunch of
Providing
brutes.
instant
It's a
offense.
physical
That depth
basketball
also
team.
critical to staying out of
A bunch of
foul
bruises,
trouble.
a lot of pin downs. He's right. A lot of pin downs.
That does it for
Post-ups.
halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson.
Yeah,
with
the
start of
Cavs are really
third
good
quarter.
too. They give us problems. They're one of the few teams that can match up with Team Larry Bird in terms of size. They can, yeah. That's why I was going to say the Cavs are one of the few teams that can match up with Team Bird physically.
And there
One of the
wasn't
few.
too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second.
Boy, thanks, man. Glad you're enjoying it. When I ask everybody if you're enjoying the stream, please give this video a like.
Over there, 9 attempts from
Subscribe
deep
to the
go.
channel, hit the notification
Ricochet,
bell. I
Johnson
appreciate
and
it.
the forwards. Dyson Daniels out there.
Liking the
Trae Young,
content.
and it's Capella
back to the game
in
here.
at the 5 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Quinn Snyder.
Let's post Duran.
Duran against Capella. Duran, no good. Hawks trail by 13.
Bird on the hill.
Here's Daniels on the take. Pass to Ricochet. Outside Johnson. Young with it. Screen by Capella.
Oh, man.
Oh, Trae
That bad
Flexible
matchup.
automatic from deep.
Well, this is what Young is capable of
right.
every time he steps on the floor. He is a one-man offensive machine.
Van Vliet against Young. Van Vliet, the pass to Duran. And here's Caruso. Pass to Şengün. Here's Bird. And the shot clock expired.
Good defense by
24-second
Atlanta.
violation.
2 minutes.
And since we
Didn't
have
get that
second
play
here,
off.
let's see which teams have dominated the offensive glass and second chance opportunities this season.
Gotta give
The
Atlanta credit
Hawks
for
in
that one.
second.
One of the top second chance point clubs in the association. They really hit the offensive glass.
Take away Trae Young, they have a pretty good defense.
Pass to Ricochet.
He's the only weak link in their defense is Trae Young, in my opinion.
And we're about a minute and a half in the second half.
Oh,
the basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way. So it'll be Clint Capella shooting. That one on Duran. And he'll be shooting his first free throw.
First team foul. Clint Capella. One shot.
And, Coach, you've been lauded by some of your former players for your pregame preparation. I've seen it myself in the broadcasting world.
Well, I've also been cursed by some of those players for my pregame walkthroughs, Brian. People thought they were way too long, but I just wanted to be as prepared as possible and was one that always believed I'd rather do too much than too little.
Outside Johnson, beyond the arc. And it's Bird with a rebound. gotten 5 of their 9 attempts from deep to go. To the middle. Here's Duran. And the dunk by Duran.
That is what they want from Duran. Spike it, young fella.
And Young has got the ball here for Atlanta. They trail by 11. Following this one, they get to host the Bulls. And that'll put them halfway through a 3-game homestand. To the inside. No, stopping him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity in a 3-point play. That one on Duran. He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
Second team foul. One shot.
That's good from Capella.
Well, something you notice about Clint Capella is he does not play outside himself. His primary focus at all times is on being a force on the inside.
Van Vliet, the pass to Bird. Here's Şengün. Hey, rejected by Capella. The 3. Nice shot there, making him 8 for 13.
He's been so aggressive on offense.
They picked up the wrong guy. They all should have been running to Larry Bird, not Van Vliet. They covered the wrong man.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Van Vliet outside. Duran, the pass to Van Vliet. Atlanta with a rebound.
That was a good look from the mid-range. He'd like to have that one back.
Pass to Young. Outside Johnson. Throws it down, and the official calls a foul. It may be a 3-point play. That one on Şengün, and picked 20th back in 2021. Jalen Johnson might end up being the steal of that draft, Coach.
Well, look, Brian, when we see guys take a big jump like Johnson has, it's usually because they have shot the ball better like he has. He's really blossomed during his 3rd year and still has plenty of room to grow.
And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a 3-point play.
Yeah, just too strong right there. Duran is so good at fighting through contact on the way up.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
Gonna put Bird up front now. This is where I'll put Bird at power forward. We'll move Caruso up. We'll bring in Cam Reddish, and we're gonna get real defensive now. Beverly will come in and play at point guard, and now we will bring in Bull for Duran on the next time out. As a matter of fact, I'll put Reddish here, and I'll bring in Christie Jr.
As of right now, Jalen Duran kind of seems like a classic.
Yeah, I don't think this is not the type of game that he can help us.
And he really focuses on finding close range looks.
Pass to Daniels. Capella with it, covered by Duran. Young from long range. Duran with the rebound. Duran's got 9 rebounds now.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Şengün, the rebound by Atlanta. Capella's got rebound number 7 tonight.
Well, despite his lack of efficiency, the team has put together a good offensive effort tonight.
Capella, screen on Van Vliet. Young from long range, sinks the tray. Young's got 18.
He's hit a pair of threes each half, making a significant impact.
Şengün, the screen. Bird passes to Şengün. Good. Shingun's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Just a menace around the bucket. Shingun is so hard to stop down low.
And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments.
This team wants to run this unit.
Outside Johnson. And the slam dunk by Capella.
Well, if you put it up there, Capella has the link to go get it.
Here's Bird. 20 points for him. Pass to Bull. Here's Christie. And there's a 3-second violation. And Atlanta making a change here. LeVert's checked in. Hawks trail by 9. Young way outside. It's hauled in by Reddish.
I'll tell you what, they've been aggressive and they've been physical.
Here's Bird. Pass to Christie. Here's Bird. Beverly, the pass to Christie. Back to Beverly. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Bird. The rebound by the Hawks. Capella's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Here's LeVert. Johnson with it. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
A wiry athlete, Jalen Johnson. 2 loud points.
And here's Beverly. No points yet. Here's Bird. Pass to Christie. Ooh, LeVert with some nice D. The Hawks trailing. Outside Johnson. Now Young. And it's Bird with a rebound. Bird's got his 5th rebound in this one. Pass to Christie. To the paint. Here's Bird, guarded by Young. Down low. Here's Daniels. Bull grabs the board.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
Outside Reddish. Christie passes to Bird. Shoots over Capella. Bird, that's good. Bird's got 22 points.
Yeah, not sure why he faded away there. Sure looked like he had plenty of space.
Had to go to the bounce fade on that one to get over Capella. Bird was good enough to do it, though.
It's going to be an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. But you can't make it that obvious.
And that's how you defend. Glad we had a chance to see a replay of that block again.
You know, you can't ask for any better defense than that. He responded so fast to the shooter, and it stifled him.
Here's Bird, covered by Johnson. Inside. Here's Bull. Pass to Christie. Left side Reddish. The 15-footer. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Reddish has got his first 2 points.
They're going old school out there now, working the mid-range part of the floor.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, NBA Commissioner Adam Silver is highly encouraged by the growth of the game. He said, in addition to being the fastest growing sport in the world, we are the #1 participation team sport in the United States. Boys and girls are playing basketball in record numbers. Love to hear it, Brian.
No doubt. The game's in a great place right now, Allie. Thank you. Young against Beverly. Pass to Christie. Puts it up. Capella with a rebound. Capella's got 9 rebounds now. Young against Beverly. Young on the attack. Oh, it's blocked by Bull. To the inside. And that one goes. Feeding him with a lead pass.
And another great assist. The offense is really clicking now.
Young, the pass to Johnson. With the crossover. Oh, it's blocked by Bull. Outside Reddish. Pass to Bird. Soft touch off the glass. Bird's got 24 points.
He's been reliable from the floor, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Here's Daniels. Down low. Outside for LeVert. The 3 is up. Knocks down the triple. LeVert's got 7 points in the game.
And their perimeter shooting numbers have been up since the start of the second half.
A minute 58 left to play in the third quarter here. Pass to Bird. That's tipped. To the wing on the left. Lets it fly. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Bird's got 9 points now in the quarter. Young against Beverly. Here's Daniels. Pass to Johnson.
Is it real cheeky from Bird? Yeah.
Now Young.
Great move.
It's hauled in by Reddish.
And right now they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
To the left wing. Here's Christie. The rebound by Atlanta.
He just couldn't finish the job that time. And too bad, because it was a nice look.
And they blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance at another one at the stripe.
Tons of first-step quickness from Daniels.
And you watch Dyson Daniels on the floor, Coach. He's everywhere on defense.
Yeah, Brian, he's one of the best guys disrupting offenses and getting deflections. He gets his hands in passing lanes. Effort like that will always find minutes.
.54 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Beverly with it. Still without a bucket. Outside Bull. 5 on the clock. Bird passes to Beverly. Here's Bird, defended by Niang. And it's Bird missing. Hawks trail by 9. To the middle. Tries from 6 feet. Niang, that's good. Niang's got 5 now.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
Beverly outside. Pass to Bird. Now here's Bowl. Guarded by Okongwu to the paint. Here's Bird. Off target at the rim. The third quarter comes to a close. Leading by 7. And don't go away. We'll be back in a few moments. It'll be the fourth quarter of basketball coming up next. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by...
We're going to go to our Ben Simmons at point guard now. We're going to break it out now. See if we can pick up some double teams in the post. I'm going to bring back in Caruso. I'll keep Christie out there. Well, I'll bring in Pippen Jr. because he's a better shooter than Christie a little bit at this point, at least from the three-point range. Because I want to draw some double teams with Ben Simmons in the post. We'll bring in Wagner, and we'll keep Bol out there for the time being and stretch the floor.
State Farm.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great pass.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. We've got Bol. Wagner is out there with Alex Caruso. Then it's Ben Simmons, and it's Pippen in at the 2. Caruso against Young.
Young is so good at drawing contact. Defenders have to be very disciplined guarding him.
Two shots.
The first one falls. And both free throws good for Young.
They've been playing with much greater physicality this half. Getting themselves to the free throw line is a bust.
Here's Pippen to the left side wing. Left side Simmons. Bol, a screen on Okongwu. Wagner, the pass to Bol. And finished off by Bol.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
LeVert outside. Back to Young. From downtown, Bol grabs the board. Bol's got his 4th rebound in this one. Now here's Simmons. He's guarded by man. Caruso outside. The kick out to Simmons. Here's Pippen. From outside, off the mark. And Young has got the ball here for Atlanta. 7-point differential. And just about a minute and a half gone by in the 4th. Now man, Niang outside. Pass to Young for 3. Good work defensively by Caruso.
Might be time for a little different approach. His shot hasn't been falling here in the second half.
Now here's Simmons. And here's Bol. Wagner with a screen on Okongwu. Wagner up top, shoots over Okongwu. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
Well, not a spot we normally expect Wagner to attack from, but nice to see him expanding his game a little.
Young against Caruso. Young, the pass to Okongwu. LeVert outside. Back to Niang. They still need this. Drills it from deep.
Oh, nice ball movement by LeVert. A welcome sign for this team.
3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. Simmons, the pass to Bol. Here's Pippen. From deep. LeVert with a rebound. Hawks trail by 6. Pass to Young. Over Wagner. Young can't hit.
Well, it's just not been his night. He's finding good looks, but they're just not falling.
Young against Simmons. And they double up Simmons. Out left to the wing. Pippen, no good. Atlanta's gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Outside Young. Back to man. From behind the arc. Bol grabs the board. Bol's got his 5th rebound in this one. Simmons with it. Pass to Wagner. To the inside. Bol. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup. Bol's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, sharp interior passing is so important. The best way to create high percentage buckets.
Okongwu, no good. Gone 6 for 12 from deep so far in this game. Here's Caruso. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
Well, plenty of aggression from Caruso right there.
Well, Stan, when you look at the history of undrafted players, few have been as impactful as Alex Caruso.
And you have to love the way he's done it, Brian. Grinded his way through the G League, won a championship, and now he's a first-team all-defense guy. Quite a story.
Hawks trail by 11. Here's Young. Outside man. Pass to Niang. Back to man. The 3. The shot off that time. Gone 4 of 7 from the field in the fourth quarter. And they're pushing it up. The kick out to Simmons. Let's go with a 3. Drops in the 3.
Well, that's his first 3 here in the second half. Gotta think he'd like a few more of those.
And Atlanta has possession. They trail by 14. Man, the pass to Young to stop the run. The rebound by Ben Simmons.
He is really scuffling this quarter offensively. Perhaps a little frustration setting in.
To the right side. Here's Christie. Yes. And that's Simmons with the assist. Simmons has got 3 assists in the game.
Executing without Bird on the floor.
He might be building
Scary.
some momentum from range here in the second half.
The chemistry starting to build up with these guys.
Here's Young. Caruso grabs the board.
Yeah, and they're fighting to get back in this one, but unfortunately, he just keeps coming up empty.
Back to Simmons. On the wing, Caruso. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Şengün. Rebounded by the Hawks. Okongwu's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Inside, here's Niang. Pass to Okongwu. Second chance effort. Jump shot is good that time.
Well, the efficiency is there, but not the volume.
I disagree. It's the screens. If the guys didn't set hard screens, they wouldn't get open shots.
Here's Christie. Duran the screen. Caruso with it. Here's Daniels. Down low. Outside Young. Jacks up a 3.
Dang. Good timeout here.
Gotten 6 of 10 attempts to drop in the fourth quarter. And the visitors call time here.
We got Simmons to be the kamikaze guy.
Hear what goes on in those huddles, but we just get the snapshot.
Swiss Army knife.
Well, as a coach, you want to cover
Play
just
guard,
one or
power
two
forward,
major points. That
rebound,
way guys can
defense.
absorb it and go out and execute.
I'll go ahead and bring in Beverly. Russo's gassed. Tell you what, we'll put Beverly at point. I'll let him run off guard. That way he'll be able to run out on cross.
So for the Hawks transition, Capella, he's checked in for a Okongwu.
Trae Young.
Johnson comes in for Niang, and it's Rizache in for man.
Look for him in transition.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey
on the cross
guys,
switch.
over that break, I was able to catch the message that the visiting team coach was giving to his team. He loves what the D has been able to accomplish, saying to his team, every turnover is a big success for us. Keep forcing those errors. Don't let them feel comfortable out there. So expect them to keep trying to be disruptive.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Daniels passes to Johnson. To the middle. Here's Young. Inside. It's Trae Young.
Yeah, you love to see that. Really solid stuff from Young from close.
Young against Van Vliet. Pass to Beverly. Here's Bird. Now here's Şengün. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Drains the triple.
If you let him, Van Vliet will just live at the arc. I mean, he shoots fearlessly from out there.
Young, the pass to Capella. Here's Daniels. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Gone 7 for 11 so far in the fourth. Şengün, a screen on Young. Bird passes to Şengün. And Şengün throw it down.
Good textbook work by Şengün, setting a solid screen and then getting open.
And the Hawks with possession here. 15-point game. Up top, Capella. Back to Young. Oh, there's the alley. And the slam dunk by Capella.
A threat to hammer home the alley-oop. Capella, his timing on these plays is tremendous.
Beverly outside. To the wing on the left. Şengün finds Duren. Şengün in the post. Johnson on him. Shot clock at 2. Pass to Bird. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. Hawks trail by 13. Now Young. Capella screen on Beverly. Young from long range. Duren with the rebound. Duren's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Van Vliet up top. Guarded by Young. Pass to Beverly. Here's Bird. Just 4 to shoot. Launches it. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Daniels passes to Young. Johnson a screen on Beverly. Down low. And so it looks like the Hawks will retain possession here. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Young. Great D that time from Beverly.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's the look they want. It's tough work in the mid-range area.
Van Vliet outside. Pass to Şengün. Here's Bird. Misses a 3. Hawks trail by 13. To the paint. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Capella. And we've got 1:18 left to play in the fourth quarter. Gone 3 of 7 from the perimeter during the fourth. Pass to Beverly.
Yeah, finesse. They worked hard.
Back to Van Vliet. 5 to shoot. Got it.
See those screens?
Effort on the road.
That's what makes it work. That's what makes it work. These screens these guys set. This is the secret of Team Larry Bird. Those little screens that free up these guys to get these easy shots that they would never get one-on-one. And it doesn't look like much, but that little bit of crease that you get, now he's free. Quick little curl into the lane. Boom. Textbook basketball.
They've literally sucked the energy out of this arena.
Yeah, and winning games on the road is huge, especially when you get them in such a convincing fashion.
Now Capella. Pass to Rizachet. And here's Johnson. From the arc. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Really good passing wing. Rizachet isn't a ball stopper. He really looks for his teammates.
Van Vliet outside. Out to the right wing. Here's Bird. Trying to come right back with a three of his own, but it's no good. And Young has got the ball here for the Hawks. Down by 12. They get it again. And it's Capella with the jam. 9 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. This one for three. The visiting club takes the win on the road. They have to feel good about this performance. It's one they can be proud of.
They didn't count that.
I mean, when you're out on the road,
They didn't count that. That went in.
This one has to feel extra special.
Should be 101.
Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
He got that off.
No surprise, a great defensive showing tonight. What is it that makes this team so suffocating at that end of the floor?
Well, I think we're getting pretty good effort from each guy individually. I think we're finding our package defensively as a team, as a coaching staff, and just kind of gelling and putting together individual game plans from the coaches and trying to execute it.
No doubt. Thanks, Fred.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that.
Yeah.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Grant Hill,
You got to have the
Van
players
Gundy
to be able
and
to do
Allie
it.
LaForce. This is Brian
gotta get
Anderson
physical.
signing off. And now our player of the game.
We kept the body on Trae Young the whole game. That's the secret, to hold him down. And then we kept Clint Capella off the rim runs. And of course we got this man over here. We got that man over there controlling the game, number 33 in green. And of course our shot selection helps. I mean, look, that's the difference. They took 28 to make 9. We took 18 to make 9 threes. But if you notice, our three-pointers are always coming off of guys getting double-teamed or guys getting wide open off monster screens. So we get better threes as opposed to Trae Young trying to go off the dribble shooting his off pick and roll or doing one-on-one moves. That's why the shot percentages are better. Because shot percentage is not just about shooting good. It's about the quality of shots you're getting. So, but enough of that sermon. Let's take a look at the stats here. 34 points off the bench for Team Bird to 21 for the Hawks. I think that one told the story. Neither team got outran. There's only 16 fast break points for Team Larry Bird, which is pretty good, but not much. But the Atlanta Hawks are more of a running team, so we held them to 10 points running. So that's really good defensively. They didn't get their fast break offense going. Turnovers were pretty down. Not a lot. We were up by 17 at the most. Good team's a good team victory, man. Just good all-around team performance. Look at the shots, though. Look at that. We only took 77 shots. They took 80. So we really controlled the pace of the game. This is like a 1990s game. You know what I'm saying? Like a 19. Right. The very deep. This felt like a 1990s type game, like a late 90s game, like one of those old school Miami Heat, New York Knicks games. Right, deep bench, yeah. Look at that. We held Trae Young to 8 to 20. I think in the first quarter he kind of got a little loose in the first half. First half he had 12 points. In the second half he had 13. So he didn't have a dominant performance. He had an okay game. He took 28 shots to make 25 points. He still hit 5 out of 14 threes, but he took 14 shots to make those 5. Capella owned us. I'm not gonna lie. Capella owned us tonight. It took our combined entire front line to keep Capella off the glass and from scoring. He really hurt us tonight. But we killed everybody else. Right? Yeah. Capella, yeah, Caruso and Beverly. They did a good job on him. But the man, look at Larry Bird's numbers. Larry Bird's numbers now as the team is moving out. Bird's numbers are coming down because the team is doing better now. He doesn't have to carry him anymore. 26, 7, 5, and 2. Only one turnover. 11 for 22, 50% from the field. 4 for 10 from downtown, 40%. No free throws tonight because he just basically just shooting jumpers tonight. He really didn't drive the lane much. Space is coming off screen shooting. Shingun and them inside doing damage. With Christie, Duran, everybody helping out. Everybody chipped in. Everybody that got in. Everybody that played scored except for Pippen Jr. Pippen Jr.'s a mixed bag, man. I don't know what the man. I don't know. So he plays every 6 games he'll play good. Then after that he just goes off the line. Everybody that came in contributed though. It was an all-around team performance. So let's go ahead and take a look at some highlights here. Let's take a look at Bull. We'll go look at Bull first. Bull played really good off the bench for us. Has some really good stellar blocks in there. Some good inside conversions. Just one of those blocks I was talking about right there. Weak side help. Defending Trae Young. There he is scoring over the top of one of the few guys who towers over Capella in the NBA. One of the few guys who could say that. Another weak side help play. Great defense right there. Beautiful defense. Bull just doing it off the bench, man. Doing it off the bench. Got to give it to him. What's his stat line? Yeah, 8 points, 6 rebounds, 3 blocks. Take a look at Duran running the floor. Getting a rebound there. Hustling to a position. Block. Beautiful block right there. Nice. Double clutch off the glass. Jump hook. Rebound. Another contact rebound over Capella. Christie played good. Had a couple big shots in the fourth quarter. There's one of them off those screens, coming, catching, and shooting. He's emerged as one of our better off-ball shooters. We're going to need, because with the loss of Brendan Miller, we're going to need somebody to step in and fill that role. Somebody that can come in, that can come in and shoot those deep shots. Somebody that can take pressure off a Bird to hit. Because Bird, when you think about our three-point attack, usually you're thinking about Bird, but we need somebody else that can help out in that department. Christie's emerging as that guy that's going to fill that role that Brendan Miller left after the trade. There's Shingun. Beautiful. Yeah, he's a 3-and-D guy. Christie. He's gonna be so important for against Showtime because we're gonna need somebody to guard the likes of Barrett, Barnes, Thompson, Middleton. You know that and then Magic. All those guys individually are just good players, but together with Magic, that fast break is if you've been watching Team Showtime, you guys know what I'm talking about. Team Showtime's fast break is not human. It's inhuman. It's insane. It's insane how they get up the floor, man. It's insane. You have to slow the game down with them. You cannot run with them. It's impossible. Let's take a look here at Bird. But as good as Team Showtime is, Team Bird's half-court game is just as lethal because they can just take the air out of the ball. Like, they only took 77 shots and dominated this game. As a team. They only had 77 shots as a team and dominated the game. Look at that throw. Bam! just sticking that. Look at that. That's one of the few one-on-one moves he had. Look at that 3. Bam! It's 26 points and 7 boards and 5 assists and 2 steals for the Birdman. 4 threes made. All right, let's move on. Let's see who's up next in the season. All-Star break is this week now. I believe it's going to be, yep, Showtime and the Raptors are up. This should be a fast-paced game right here. Because we all know that, the Raptors are a fast-breaking team, no question. And you know what Showtime's all about. So this is going to be a fast-break game. It's going to be a good one, guys. So I'm going to bring the stream to an end here, guys. I'm going to be going live with this one pretty soon here, next 5 to 10 minutes, with the Raptors taking on Showtime. I'm going to take this time to go ahead and ask you guys if you like the content you're seeing here, give this video a like and share it. consider subscribing to the channel and hitting the notification bell. Also, check out my other series with the 2006 Kobe Bryant, 1962 Wilt Chamberlain, and 1991 Michael Jordan season that's already finished, as well as my 1992 Michael Jordan season that are still ongoing if you're into that sort of thing. And if you don't like that, check out other stuff. Other games like, Far Cry. I play Far Cry and other games and other shooters and whatever. Just, fighting games, pro wrestling. I was doing wrestling last night. I guess you guys missed that. I did Kane versus the Big Boss Man in a cage match last night. It was insane. It was a bloodbath. Check it out, guys. It was really good. But other than that, guys, I will see you guys in this next game. Is the 1986 versus 1987 Magic Johnson and Larry Bird in the modern era continues, as these two teams seem to be too dominant to care about anybody else but themselves. It is literally all about Magic and Larry right now. Before I go, let's take a look at the standings. Let's take a look at the standings here. It is Showtime and Larry Bird, the two best teams, tied 45-9. Killing it. Who's going to get the best record? Who's going to get home court throughout the playoffs? Tune in and find out, guys. I will see you guys in the next one. The battle continues for supremacy between Bird and Magic. Peace.